this might not be the best way to start, but it seems like your guys have been a little more active in the passing game this year than years past.
Why is that a bad way to start?
I don't know. I think people would have wanted to know about Mike Weber first, but I want to know about the screen games there and how that emphasis, where that's come from.
Well, you know, we've become much more of a drop-back team. Throwing the ball in the middle of 39 times, whatever it was, which is, you know, in years past, that'd be the right moment for us. So we've become much more of a drop-back team, and people are rushing the passer, and so the screens come to life.
Did that mean that you had to change anything with the way you drills, any way you teach?
No. I mean, no.
So we saw Mike do some like one-hand catch stuff that was pretty impressive.
I teach that. No, we do. We probably throw more balls to him now than we had in previous years that I've been here, as far as receiving skills. But in the pass protection, we've always worked on that. But that's become a bigger emphasis, obviously. So yeah, whatever we got to do.
Yeah, they don't mind if it doesn't have to be a handoff.
Coach, you know, there's been a lot of talk about how the running backs maybe have been below a little bit level the last couple of weeks, but how did that feel to see you guys succeed, especially late in the game there, and get those big gains like JK? And
yeah, well, first of all, I don't think they've played below our standards.
Well, maybe not below standard, but just not averaging as much as the crazy averages as you guys are used to.
And I think the difference, we're not running the ball as much. But I think if you look at the yards per carry average, are still doing pretty well. I know that, we obviously played a really good defense last week, and it's not taking away from Penn State. They've got a really fine football team, and some really good players, and they've got a good scheme, and they played well. But no, our guys aren't worried about that. I'm not. The key component is to win. And you do it at all costs. You do whatever you need to do. And if that means we're throwing the ball, if it means we're running the ball, if we're running screens, whatever it is, you got to go win games, and that's what we're going to do.
Hey, Tony, I think there's this saying that people make when somebody makes a pretty crazy play, like you can't teach that. Can you teach vision?
No, but what you can do in the structure of a play, you can certainly let them know, and they have to know, really, where the free hitter's at. They're not going to block them all. So where's the free hitter come from? If we're going to crack a guy, we're going to get on the edge, okay, well, the free hitter's the corner. It might be the safety, the backs, the boundary safety, whomever it may be in the structure of the play. So they have to always know where that's coming from. And then it's about training your eyes in the run game, and what exactly are your reads and where are you looking at, and what are you looking at, and based on their alignments, gap responsibilities, so where should the ball, so they all have an idea of where the ball should hit before the ball's ever snapped based on alignments, and then a lot of it's just natural. They got to kind of see what things are in front of.
When you say train your eyes, are there exercises for that?
No.
Or is that just kind of like
a lot of film study.
And then when you're recruiting a guy like JK, can you tell in a high school film that somebody's got that natural ability?
Yeah, I think you can. And all of a sudden, he'll make a cut, and you'll see things on the film that you'll see, and I'm like, wow, it's amazing he was able to see that. And so you can certainly see those things when you're evaluating film.
When you were the Rocky Mountain Flash out of Colorado State,
wow.
How much more information is available? I mean, can you put it into words how much more information is available to these running backs, for example, to get ready for a game?
It's light years.
Yeah.
Light years.
What's been the biggest advance, in your opinion?
Well, I think the training is way different. The year-round training and position-specific training and the film study. I mean, these guys, they got iPads. They have exposure to so many different tools, if you will, to prepare themselves. And so it's not even close.
And yet nobody's still running for 3,000 yards. You understand? I mean, despite all that,
they got good players over there too.
Exactly. I mean, but is it just technology, keeping up with technology?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's just like anything else. It's like the phone. We had a big old phone, right? I mean, everything changes in technology and just the way you go about your business, and it's changed. It certainly has changed.
What would you have liked to have known, though, as a running back way back then? Well, it wasn't that far back, but way back then. That these guys do.
But just something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean,
I do.
Yeah.
If I could go back, I'd have worked harder. And the training methods that guys are doing now is so different, and more intense, and there's so much more information. You know what I'm talking about? if I had to go back, I would have used that information that was available better and more to my advantage.
What is the biggest benefit that you've noticed of having two, for want of another word, premier, or at least really good running backs on the same team? What's been the benefit?
Well, they push one another, and so there's a standard of how you go to work every day. Like you say, do they compete? Yeah, it's a very competitive environment we live in. But they push one another, and they champion each other's efforts, and so that's a good thing. One guy's doing this one, this is how you have to go to work because everyone else is doing it. And so they've elevated the run.
Well, last question for me. Will we see Brian Snead this year? I mean, can you enlighten us there at all? Or?
I hope so. Time will tell.
Master T, how's Master T coming along?
He's coming along well. He is. He's coming along well, and he's a young guy still learning in this continual learning process, as we all know. But the good thing is he's got two older guys in front of him that he can certainly learn from, and he's getting better every week.
Tony, Tim just touched on having two premier backs and how probably good that is for you guys to be able to roll in and keep guys fresh. But in the offensive scheme, the offensive era that we're in, at least in this offense, can one guy do that? Or can one running back handle the entire load in this offense moving forward, or is it always this multi-back situation?
No, I think they could. I mean, when you say the entire load, I mean, we're talking. What are we averaging? 85 plays, give or take. No, a guy can't play that up. He can't play that many reps. He's got about 1 or 2 games to do that. So you need other guys. Could they handle more than 40 reps? Absolutely, they could handle that. They're trained to do that. But at the same time, we've got two really dynamic players. I believe they're dynamic players. So why not get them both out there and let them play?
Tony, what is the best play for this team on 3rd and short?
Whatever gets the first down. Oh man, I don't know. It just a lot depends on what the defense is doing. And I mean, if they're running bare fronts, or some people say you should run option. I mean, that's a hard question to answer.
I think Urban was even joking about this week. In years past, I think we knew.
Oh, you knew it was going to be quarterback crunch.
Right.
Yeah, we were in quarterback zone,
and it worked. A lot. And you had a guy who was really good at it.
Really good at it.
Ideally, as an offense, do you want to have a play on 3rd and 2 where it's like, you know what, maybe they know what we're going to run, but we can execute it, or do you want variety?
Good. I think listen. No disrespect, I won't use names of teams, but there's certain teams we can go out and run certain plays and it's going to work because we feel like we have better players. But when the talent's equated, all of a sudden, that play may not work all of a sudden because they have just as much talent as you do and as well schemed as you are. And that's where, so you got to have a multitude of things you can go for.
We know we're talking about how good Mike and JK are. When it's a situation where there's a 3rd and 1 or a 3rd and 2, and how confident are you in them to get that? And I'm not asking which one should get it. I'm saying your run game.
To answer your question directly, I'm extremely confident in both of them in any situation.
And what do you need? What is it that makes running backs good at that? Is it
a lot of it's this? It's that. Do you have that? Do you have enough grit to say, I don't, like when Earl Bush used to talk about it, I would talk about the hair standing back there, I'm going to get it because I'm going to get it for because I said so. And I don't quite frankly care if you don't block anybody, I'm getting it because I said so. Now, that's the mentality that they have, and that's the mentality I love. They're highly competitive guys, and they're, we're down 12 points. And, we're about to take the field, and Mike Weber is, and I'm trying to talk to him, he is pacing back and forth, and he used some excited language, but his point was, he said it, we're not losing this game. And he's up and down the sideline talking about it. He's like, I don't care, we're not losing this game. And that's the kind of competitive fire we're talking about. J.K. Dobbins was on, we didn't, on the 4th and 1, we didn't get it. He was over there, wanting to tear the place apart. They're highly competitive guys, and I love that about them. And so, again, to directly answer your question, I'm extremely confident in both of them, in any situation.
Tony, Mike said he's been playing for a foot strain the last few weeks. How would you evaluate the way that he's been able to play despite that injury?
Again, he's a tough kid, and it hurts. I mean, I know I've had it. It hurts, and but he has fought through it. He's managed it to the best of his abilities through these last few weeks. And he goes to play. It is what it is.
Hey Tony, you were talking about a minute ago about teams that you guys could run anything you want on because you're more talented. And by my estimation, I'd probably say 9 out of your 12 games a year that's the case. How can a team that doesn't have equal talent?
Well, then you got to scheme some things up. Then, you know, I think you got to scheme some things up and hopefully get home. You know, but you have to ask them that.